Now let's meet the starting lineup for today's game. First, the visitors from Millikin. Leading off, the shortstop, number 6, Liam McGill. Batting second, playing center field, Tyler Gay, number 21. Batting third, playing right field, number 9, Sam Boucher. The cleanup hitter and playing first base, number 25, Andy Nagrucci. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 7, Danny Lack. Batting sixth in the DH, number 5, Blake Van Beers. Batting seventh and playing catcher, number 3, Hayden Stewart. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 2, Julian Cavanin. Batting ninth and playing second base, number 13, Elliot Holscher. And on the mound today, pitcher, number 15, Griffin Newey. And now the starting lineup for your Franklin College Grizzlies. Leading off, playing second base, number 10, Josh Gervon. Batting second, playing third base, number 9, Dylan Redmond. Batting third, playing center field, number 17, Garrett DeHart. Batting in the cleanup, playing first base, number 34, Andrew Wallace. The DH, number 29, Luke Willman. Playing right field, number 16, Danny Cross. Batting seventh, playing left field, Riddick Bolton, number 42. Batting eighth, the catcher, Alex Billman. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 1, Colin Goley. And on the mound today, number 21, Damian Tilley. Now would you please rise, remain standing, and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to J.P. McDowell Field as your Franklin Grizzlies kick off a 9-game homestand here today against the Millikin Big Blue. I am Ryan Gage, your host today, and it's a beautiful day for some baseball action. A 3-1 weekend last weekend for the Grizzlies puts them at 5-3 in the season. Millikin coming today, sitting at 500, 5-5 on the year, and we're 2-1 on the past weekend. Let's meet The starting pitcher for the Franklin Grizzlies is the senior Damian Tilley out of Cincinnati, making his second appearance of the season. He had an earlier appearance, just one appearance so far the year, but in 2022, his freshman season, pitched 49 innings for the Grizzlies, had a 3.86 ERA, and started 7 games. Has missed some time throughout his career with some injury, but back on the mound today for Franklin here in this beautiful, sunny, 70-degree afternoon here in Franklin, Indiana. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Millikin Big Blue. Leading off is the shortstop, Liam McGill. Batting second is the center fielder, Tyler Gade. Batting third is the right fielder, Sam Bashir. Batting fourth is the first baseman, Andy Nieberg. Batting fifth is the left fielder, Danny Lack. Batting sixth is the DH, Blake Van Beers. Batting seventh is a catcher, Hayden Stork. Batting eighth is a third baseman, Julian Cabanon. And batting ninth is Elliot Fulsher, the second baseman. Here's how Franklin will line up defensively. Behind the dish is the freshman, Alex Billman. And the hot corner right at third base is Dylan Redmond, and the other corner is Andrew Wallace. The freshman middle infield between Colin Goley and Josh Gervan. And in the outfield, Dylan Redmond in center. The junior Daniel Cross in right field, and Riddick Bolton in left. As we get underway from Damian Tilley is the ball. It's a long stretch of home games for Franklin, and a lot of fixtures coming up fast for them in the next week and a half or so. They have 6 games scheduled this weekend, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, 2 on Monday. So a lot of innings to work through. They're going to need a lot of arms as Tilley gets strike number 1 here, down in the count 2-1 to the leadoff hitter, Liam McGill, the senior middle infielder, batting .386 on the season. And he shoots one foul off the right side. McGill, 15 runs scored so far in the season on 14 hits, has a pair of doubles and a pair of triples, and is a threat on the base pass as well, 6 stolen bases. As Tilley loads the count at 3-2. So the full count pitch coming from Tilley on the mound. High and outside, it's ball 4, and the first base runner of the day is Liam McGill. Now the center fielder, Tyler Gade, another one of these base-stealing threats and a run scorer for this Millikin team. 16 runs scored on 13 hits, over a .350 batting average. And Tilley starts him off with strike 1.
Yes.
Gage shows bunt. No action on the base pass. Pitch for a ball. Gade had a big game versus Co-College for Millikin last weekend. He went 2 for 4, scored 3 runs, had a double and a stolen base. And off goes McGill. Billman to throw down a second. Left of the bag and not in time. It's in a stolen base for Liam McGill. Tilley behind the count now for the first pitch strike, 2-1 to Tyler Gade. And then a bunt down the left field line. Rolls foul. Redmond picks it up. And the count back and even at 2-2. Two and two from Tilley. Hard ground ball through the right side. Incoming on it is Cross. McGill coming towards home and not in time from the right fielder. And it's a 1-0 lead early on for Millikin. Sam Bashir now into the box. Had a 4-for-4 ball game this past weekend versus Coe College. Had a double, a run scored, and an RBI. And their win versus Coe. It's one of their 2 wins over the weekend. They won that game 6-5 with a big 7th inning comeback. Tilly starts off Bashir with strike number 1. Gade, another base stealing threat, could be going on this pitch, and he does. Billman gets a throw down, not in time, or they call him in time. Alex Billman catches him stealing and gets Franklin out number 1 here in the top of the first. So 1-1 from Damian Tilley. Fine, strike 2 on the outside corner. 1-2 now. Tilley comes, sets, and delivers. Off speed, left it high, and back to 2-2. Two swung on, fouled off by Bashir. The junior outfielder has had a high batting average so far this season. Leads the team with a .475 average, has a .575 slugging. Another 2-2 coming. That one high and outside. And now it's a full count. Tilley with the payoff pitch. Below the knees, and it's ball number 4. A second walk in this first inning for Damian Tilley. Andy Nebergi into the batter's box now. The first baseman today, batting .324. Has 8 RBIs on the season. 3 triples as well, or 3 doubles as well with that. And he takes strike 1 on the outside corner from Tilley. Bashir over on first, not a base stealing threat like the 2 before him. Hasn't attempted any stolen bags, and with Billman throwing out Cade earlier, I don't think he'll be taken off anytime soon. 2-1 the count. Tilley trying to limit the damage in this top half of the inning. Already went across, runner on first with 1 out. Pick off over to first. Wallace just checking on the runner. Another pickoff attempt from Tilley. Back to back. Checks on Bashir. Two and one from Tilley outside. 3-1 now. And Bashir takes off. Billman, no throw. That's ball 4 anyway. On Berge, and now he'll bring up the fifth spot hitter, Denny Lack, playing left field today. Spent some time in the outfield as well, or in the DH spot, Denny Lack. And that one skips away from Billman. They try to get the runner at first, going to second, and throw into the dirt. And it's 2 advances from the Millikin base runners, and now they're both in scoring position. As the assistant coach, Jake Sprakel, is going to take a second talk with Tilley. 1 out in the top of the first. Runners on second and third. Bit of a dangerous bat up to bat with Danny Lack. He's a 306 hitter with a 417 slugging percentage. Has 10 RBIs on the year on 11 hits, 2 doubles and a triple. Trying to stop Millikin from putting up a crooked number in this top of the first. Meeting over, Tilly ready to get back to work. Behind the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on second and third. Lack in the box. Takes strike 1 from Tilly. One and one in the dirt. Billman keeps it in front. Holds Bashir at third. Two and one now from Tilly. Outside, ball 3. Not been able to find that outside edge with that off speed early on. In danger of loading up the bases in the top of the first. 3-1. Chopped third base side, and that goes just foul to the third base bag. It's a full count now for Danny Lack. Tilly delivers. Swung on and missed. Gets the strikeout. Out number 2 here in the top of the first. On the DH, Blake Van Beers in the box now. 11 at bats so far in the year for Van Beers. Only 1 hit in those. That's a pair of strikeouts. Got one of those hits last game versus Co. And he came around and scored a run for the Big Blue. Has a chance to pick up some RBIs here with Lack at third. And that pitch gets past Billman, and it's a free run for the Big Blue as Tilly lets in a second run of the afternoon. The 2-0 pitch is outside. And it's quickly behind 3-0 for Tilly on the mound. The 3-0 pitch to Van Beers. Called strike 1. The 3-1 now from Tilly. Swung on. Quickly from 3-0 to 3-2. Tilly trying to get out of this top of the first. 2 runs come across so far from Millikin. Van Beers trying to make it 3, and a rocket into right field. Underneath it is crossed, though, for the Grizzlies. And that's out number 3 in the top of the first. Millikin scored 2 on a hit and a pair of walks and a wild pitch. Gets the second run across. Takes us into the bottom of the set first. We'll be back in a second. Starting on the mound for Millikin is Griffin Newegg, the senior, making his first career start. He's had 4 innings pitched so far in this season. The 8.31 ERA, gave up 9 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks, with 3 strikeouts in his four appearances. And getting started off in the box for Franklin is Josh Gervan, the second baseman, the freshman from Zionsville. Takes strike 1 on knees. Chopper to the shortstop. Over to first. Easy out number 1 for Newegg.
Now batting third baseman number 9, Dylan Redmond.
Dylan Redmond now step in the box. Had a 1-for-4 ball game versus Asbury on Sunday, where he had a RBI and a run scored. Newegg starts him off with a first pitch strike.
Businessman. I know. I was hoping to at least get a pick or something. We don't have a second round on this. It's gonna kill.
The devil on it, so it's wrong. I was gonna say, you might want to check that. Yeah.
1-1 from Newegg, turned on by Redmond, but that's foul down the left field line.
Tape up here.
I can go grab some.
Tape? Stay the fuck out of the press box. Sign.
1-2.
It's just a parent.
And a foul ball on the right side. Redmond staying alive.
Just a heads up, Soupy. Anytime I've got one of those rosters over there, there's usually a pronunciation guy on it. Like, just do your best. Like,
Yeah, like if parents get caught there, I just don't really give a shit. If I pronounce
1-2 now from Newegg in the dirt. And it's 2-2 now to Redmond. Two and two from Newegg. Outside, full count. Redmond trying to get the first base runner for Franklin here. Trying to get those 2 runs back from the top of the first. 3-2, full count pitch. High and upstairs for ball 4. And Redmond works himself the walk. Gets Franklin's first base runner as the center fielder, Garrett DeHart, comes into the box. DeHart went 2 for 12 in the 3-game set versus Hope. He scored 3 runs, though, in that series, or in Game 3 itself. And then DeHart shoots one in deep center field. Tracking back is Gade, and he can't make the catch as it drops at the wall. Redmond held up at third, and it's a 1-out double for Garrett DeHart.
it's another case where I can't be anywhere inside.
Now batting first baseman number 34, Andrew Wallace.
Andrew Wallace now into the box, the first baseman. Off to a hot start on the season, batting .458 with a over 1,000 slugging percentage. Has 4 doubles, 4 homers, with 11 RBIs. He went 1 for 3 versus Asbury with a homer in the first inning. Looking to do so here, and he turns on one, not quite deep enough to score, be a homer, but he'll drop in front of the right fielder, and he'll score 1 for Franklin to get 1 back in the bottom of the first. Another RBI for Wallace, his 12th of the season, his 12th hit. That batting average will rise some more after that first at-bat. Now Luke Willman into the box. Luke Willman got going in that Hope series after a first 4 games with just 1 hit. He had 5 hits in the series versus Hope. Had a 2-for-2 game in the first game of the series with a home run and 2 RBIs. And he takes strike 1 there from Newegg. Runners on the corner for the Grizzlies. Wallace over at first. DeHart on third. Bowman hits a high fly ball into center field. Underneath it is Gade. He'll make the grab, but that's deep enough for DeHart to tag and score, and we're tied back up at 2-2 in the bottom of the first.
Now batting the right fielder, number 16, Daniel Cross.
So now Daniel Cross into the box for Franklin.
Yeah, I'll try to let you know if it's not the same.
You know, Cross got the start at Asbury on Sunday, and he went 3 for 4 with a double. And he gets another start today versus Millikin. Trying to keep the line moving with 2 outs here. Riddick Bolton awaits on deck. Cross takes that for ball 2. Two-0 pitch finds the outside corner for strike 1. Upstairs, ball number 3. Newegg has 2 outs in the bottom of the second here, 2 already across for Franklin. Cross trying to keep the lineup moving. A 3-1 from Newegg. High ups inside, and it's a 5-pitch walk by Newegg, and it's first and second for Riddick Bolton.
Now batting left fielder, number 42, Riddick Bolton.
Riddick Bolton just 6 at-bats so far in the season, but has 3 hits in those at-bats. He's come around and scored 4 runs for Franklin. Has 3 RBIs as well, and has a chance to pick up some more with runners on first and second. Newegg misses high again. The 1-0 from Newegg. Inside, hits him. Rick Bolton loads the bases. As now will be the catcher, Alex Billman, into the box.
Now batting catcher, number 18, Luke Alex Billman.
Billman, the freshman catcher, caught a runner stealing in the top of the first. And now trying to pick up another RBI. Has 1 on the season. He picked that up against Asbury. Newegg starts him off with for a first pitch strike.
What time is Iowa play? There's still hope.
Swing and a miss for strike number 2 on Billman. Newegg giving up 2 so far in this first inning. Trying to leave the bases loaded. 0-2 on the catcher, Billman. Newegg delivers. Misses outside. Trying to get the freshman to chase.
Although I will say Iowa beating Nebraska in their chances of getting the Big Ten tournament is very funny.
1-2 to Billman. Upstairs.
Oh, I know.
Evens up.
Do you guys make the conference championship? Could get a bid.
Nope.
Nope, really?
2-2. Turned on. Deep into left field for Billman. Going back on it as a left fielder, and he makes the grab on the warning track. That one was threatening to be extra bases for Billman. But the left fielder, Danny Lack, makes the grab and end the bottom of the first. 2 runs on 2 hits for Franklin. And it's even at 2 going into the top of the second. Damian Tilley gets the top of the second underway here on the mound. Hayden Stork, the catcher, leads off for Millikin. 4 runs in total, 2 apiece in the first inning. We'll see if we get some more action here in the top of the second. Quickly 1-1 to the catcher Stork. That one skips in the dirt for ball number 2. Stork, the catcher, the senior from Davers, Illinois. 194 average on the season, has 6 hits, 5 runs, 8 RBIs, 3 doubles, 7 walks drawn the season, and he's now 3-1 from Damian Tilley. High inside, and it's a leadoff walk to start the top of the second for the Big Blue.
Now batting third baseman number 2, Julian Cabanine.
Julian Cabanine into the box now, as Coach Marshall is going to make the journey out to talk with Tilley. Looks like that'll be it for Tilley after just 1 inning. Trio of walks will do it for Damian Tilley. We have a pitching change. We'll be back with that new pitcher in a moment. Stick with us here on Grizz TV. The new pitcher for Franklin is Jordan Diatley, the sophomore. Making his first appearance of this season, he pitched in 20 2/3 innings the year prior. Gave up 26 runs on 23 of them being earned. Had 9 strikeouts, 12 walks. Opponent batting average 365. With a inherited runner at first. Bates
For the rescheduling? Yeah.
Because my guess
as Cabanin hits a rocket over into the shortstop, and it's kicked around into left field. It's a no out single for Cabanin.
Now batting second baseman number 13, Elliot Fulcher.
They're going to mark that down as an error instead. So first and second, nobody out. Elliot Fulsher, second baseman now in the box. He showed bunt and a pickoff attempt goes errant into right field off the glove of Gervan. And runners will advance 90 feet to second and third. Diatley trying to work through this jam with nobody out. Gets strike number 1 here on Fulsher. The junior infielder batting .222 on the season, has 7 RBIs so far. 6 hits and 5 runs scored. There's a chance for an RBI here. 1-1. One shot into right field. Cross going to be underneath it. That'll be deep enough to score the runner from third with no throw. And it's a 3-2 Millikin lead. They get the lead right back after surrendering 2 in the bottom of the first inning. A sacrifice fly for Fulsher. Flips the lineup over for Liam McGill. McGill walked his first time up. He wiped second and then came around and scored the opening run of the ball game. Has an RBI chance sitting at third. And he takes the first pitch, shoots a rocket into left field that drops in front of Bolton. And it'll be an RBI single for McGill. It's 4-2 for the Big Blue.
Now batting center field number 21, Tyler Gay.
Tyler Gade into the box. Drove in the opening run of McGill. Has a chance to do so now as well. McGill swiped a bag. He's 7 for 8 now on the season in stolen base attempts. Pickoff attempt from Diatley. Back in easily was McGill. Strike 1 there at the knees. 1-1. The 1-1 in the dirt. And it's 2-1. The center fielder Tyler Gade. Tyler Gade, the only batter in the starting lineup that has hit a home run this season for the Millikin team. It's not a powerful lineup in terms of hitting homers, but a decent amount of extra base hits. I think they have 4 triples as a team. So they try to use this speed and contact route instead of the brute power some of the teams go for now. Wind blowing out a little bit towards center field here today. Not too strong of a wind though. McGill takes off, and it's ball 4 to Tyler Gade. So 1 out. Runners on first and second, and Sam Busher now into the box. First pitch, ball to Busher. The RBI threat with 12 of them on the season. He has 19 hits. Their leading hitter in terms of average. Dantley checks on the runner at second. McGill has the speed potentially to try and take third base. The 1-0 turned on, shot into left field. Bolton coming in on it. Gill will round third and score for the third run in the top of the second here for Millikin. It's a 5-2 lead. The 13th RBI of the season from Busher. Andy Niebrugge now into the box. Still first and second. Runner takes off. Billman's throw down. Skips away from Redmond, but in safely is Tyler Gade. He was caught stealing earlier. This time he gets his bag. Make him 7 for 9 on the season in stolen base attempts. A big RBI chance for Niebrugge. Dantley evens it back up at 1-1. And then that pitch is turned on deep left field. Back at the wall was Bolton, and he makes the grab as he clatters into the left field fence. But it'll be deep enough to score another run as Tyler Gade scores on a sacrifice fly from Niebrugge. And it's 6-2 in the top of the second for Millikin. First pitch strike to start off Danny Lack from Jordan Dantley. That off speed left upstairs, and it's 1-1. Lack struck out his first time up. He leads this Millikin lineup with 11 strikeouts coming into today. Now has 12, and now is behind 1-2. Runner standing on second for Millikin. Already 4 across in this top of the second. Dantley trying to get out of this second inning, and he gets a swing and a miss from Lack. Billman behind the bag makes the throw as high and wide of Wallace. Wallace tried to get back and recover and get the out number 3, but the drop third strike goes errant for Franklin. That's Coach Marshall going to talk with the first base umpire about the decision. It looked like Wallace almost got back to put the tag on the runner Lack, but called safe in the eyes of the field umpire. Marshall just getting an explanation. He's going to conjoin minds with the home plate umpire, see what he saw from behind the plate. And they uphold the call at first. Millikin keeps the inning rolling. Blake Van Beers back into the box. Flew out his first time out. Runners on the corners for Millikin. Runner takes off. Pillman couldn't get the clean transfer. It's an easy swipe for Danny Lack. So 2 RBI chances for Blake Van Beers with runners on second and third and 2 outs in the top of the second. 4 runs have already come across. That one high and inside, and Dantley falls behind 2-0. high fly ball over on the left side of the infield. Goalie calls off Redmond and makes the grab for out number 3. Millikin score 4 in the top of the second on 2 hits and a couple of errors from Franklin. Makes it a 6-2 ball game. You're watching Franklin baseball here on Grizz TV. So new pitcher for Millikin in the bottom of the second. It's Gavin Houchins making his 3rd appearance. He's had 3 innings pitched so far this season. He's given up a run in both of those, just one of them being earned. He starts off calling goalie with ball number 1. And inside again, quickly 2-0. Well inside, and it clipped him, says the home plate umpire. So a hit by pitch puts Colin goalie on first.
Now batting second baseman number 10,
Josh Gervin now into the box. Grounded out his first time up. As Houchins gets strike 1 on the first pitch to Gervin. Foul off right side, 0-2 now. Goalie over there on first has a little bit of speed. He's got 2 stolen bags so far this season. Easily see him trying to take one here. But 2 strikes to the second baseman, Gervan. 0-2 outside, ball 1. Check on the runner at first. Back standing is goalie. Ball number 2 evens the count back up for Gervin, the infielder from Zionsville. Part of these freshmen getting some starts for Franklin this season. Another check on the runner from Houchins. So 2-2 now. Swung on, fouled off, straight back. We'll do it again. Two and two, and they got goalie on the jump and a run now. And back to the pitcher for out number 1. The pickoff attempt successful for Houchins. They take the base runner off of first for Franklin. Still 2-2 to the batter, Gervin. And swung off, foul tip back into the catcher's glove. And it's out number 2.
Now batting third baseman number 9, Dylan Redmond.
Dylan Redmond walked his first time up, came around and scored. Or the Andrew Wallace RBI single. And Houchin starts him off with strike number 1 on the outside corner. A high fly ball into right field. Busher camps underneath it and makes the grab for out number 3. Houchins comes in and throws up a 0 for the Big Blue. Keeps it at 6-2 heading into the top of the third. New pitcher for the Grizzlies to start the top of the third. It's the freshman Gavin Levy, making his third appearance of the season. Pitched 2 innings so far this year, give up 8 earned runs so far. Looking to right the ship here, as Franklin's given up 6 runs in the first 2 innings. Starting off the inning with the catcher Hayden Stork. A chopper over to the third baseman, Redmond. Fields it and makes the play for out number 1.
Now batting third baseman number 2, Julian Kevin.
Cabanine into the box. Reached on an error his first time up, came around and scored. Part of that 4-run second inning. The lone freshman in this Millikin lineup out of Chicago. Has 6 hits so far in the year with 4 runs scored. Make that 5 after he scored earlier in this game. Has 7 walks to 9 strikeouts and has stolen a bag. Levy gets him to hit a high fly ball left side towards the Franklin bullpen. Nobody able to get near that one. And it's just a long strike number 2. So Levy has the third baseman, Cabanin, in a 1-2 count. 2-2 now. Two-two pitch from Levy. High and outside. Makes it 3-2. Full count now to the freshman. And it's high and upstairs. Puts a 1-out walk on base for Millikin.
Now batting the second baseman, number 13, Elliot Fulcher.
Elliot Fulcher in the 9 spot. Trying to flip over the lineup with some couple runners on. That one inside. Ball number 1. Swing and a miss on the pitch upstairs. Get strike number 1 on Fulcher, the junior infielder from Darien, Illinois. And 6 hits on the season. 7 of them, 7 RBIs. Now it's 2-1. Fulcher grabbed that RBI in his first at bat on the sacrifice fly to right field. Runner takes off. A hit and run was on there for Fulcher. Count even at 2-2. 1 out in the top of the third. 2-2. Swung on, hit in the center field. DeHart on the run to his left, and it's down in the gap. Gavini held up at third. A 1-out single puts runners on the corners. For the top of the order, Liam McGill.
Now batting the shortstop, number 6, Liam McGill.
Liam McGill, 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored and a walk, an RBI. Levy, the left-hander, pick off over to first. Back easily is Fulcher. Another pickoff over there. Check on Fulcher this time. Back standing. Count 1-0 to Liam McGill, the shortstop of Bloomington, Illinois. Looking to add on to this 4-run lead. Take strike number 1 from Levy. The 1-1 from the left-hander. McGill shows bunt. Bunt over to Levy, the pitcher, and he turns and fires to first for out number 2. Good PFP there from the freshman, Gavin Levy.
Now batting the center fielder, number 21, Tyler Gade.
Originally turned, looked like he might have tried to fire to second. Nobody was covering. Continued his pivot over to first and got the out. So second and third for the 2 spot. Tyler Gade. It's also 1 for 1 with a walk and an RBI and a run scored. hits a high fly ball in the left field. Bolton coming in on it and makes the grab for out number 3. Franklin throws up their first 0 on the scoreboard. It's a 6-2 here on Grizz TV. Bottom of the third, and a third new pitcher for Millikin as Max Simpson, the senior, comes in. He's pitched 3 innings so far in the season, giving up 3 earned runs, giving up 5 hits against him. He's faced 15 batters on the year. Best appearance was an inning and 2/3 versus Coe just a few days ago, and just giving up 1 hit. Tall left-hander. A little bit of sidearm action from him. As he starts off with Garrett DeHart in the middle of the Franklin order. It's 1-2 quickly. One and two now on DeHart. And it's another shot in the center field. This time looping underneath it is Tyler Gade, and it makes a catch for out number 1.
Now batting at first base for 34, Andrew Wallace.
Andrew Wallace, the big left-hander for Franklin, now into the box. Drove in Franklin's first run with his single to right field. Nobody on base for him to try to score here, just trying to provide a base runner for Franklin. Down by 4 runs here in the bottom of the third. That one skips in the dirt, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch from Simpson comes in there for strike number 1. That one finds the outside corner. Now has 2 strikes on the first baseman, Andrew Wallace. Two and two. Wallace thought about it. Holds his swing. Loads up the count. 3-2. Lefty on lefty. The full count pitch. Outside, ball 4. 1 out walk earned by Andrew Wallace, his 9th walk of the season.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 29, Luke Wilman.
Brings up the DH, Luke Wilman. Wilman scored a run on a sacrifice fly in that first inning. And Simpson starts him off with strike number 1. Pickoff attempt over there. Check on Wallace. inside for ball number 1. And Wilman turns on one. Well, foul though. Long strike number 2. Pickoff attempt again from Simpson. One and 2 now to the DH, Luke Wilman. He chops one. Foul and stays alive. One, 2 again from Simpson. And Wilman hits a fly ball in the right center field. Coming over from the right field spot is Busher, and he makes the grab for out number 2.
Now batting the right field, number 16, Danny Cross.
Denny Cross now into the box for the second time today. He walked in his first at bat. Has a runner on first with 2 outs. Simpson checks on the runner Wallace. Back-to-back looks over there at Andrew Wallace. He does have 2 stolen bases on the year. Simpson now delivers, and Cross hits a hot shot up to the shortstop, McGill, but an easy flip to second gets out number 3. It stays 6-2, Millikin heading into the top of the 4th. So top of the 4th, and it's 3-4-5 due up for Millikin. Sam Bashir into the box. It was 1 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. And the left-handed Levy still in the game for Franklin. Starts off first pitch strike. That one runs inside. One and one from Levy. Upstairs, trying to get him to chase. No offer from the junior Bashir. Now it's 3-1. Three and one from Levy. Runs inside, and it's a 5-pitch walk to lead off the top of the fourth for Millikin.
Now batting at first base, number 25, Andy Nieberge.
Andy Nieberge into the box. Levy trying to find the outside corner. No call given. It's ball one. Nieberge is 0 for 0 so far. Has a walk and a sacrifice fly. Scored an RBI. It's a high fly ball into center field to Hart. On his left. Makes the grab. And it's out number one for Franklin at the top of the fourth.
Now batting left field, number 7, Danny Black.
Hayden Stork will come up now. For 1, a walk and a run scored. Levy finds the outside corner this time for a first pitch strike. A 1 for Levy. Runs inside. And they're going to call that off the knob of the bat and a foul ball. Strike 2. So 0-2 to the catcher, Hayden Stork. That one runs inside. Skips past the catcher, Billman, and a free 90 feet. Now runner on second for Millikin. 1-2 count, 1 out. The 1-2 from Levy. Trying to get him with the backdoor slider. A little bit low on that attempt. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3 for out number 2. First strikeout of the game for Daniel Levy, or Gavin Levy. Brings in Blake Van Beers. Two outs, runner on second. Van Beers 0 for 2 today so far. Levy starting him off with a first pitch ball. Well outside, Billman does good to lunge out and grab it. Keep the runner from advancing from second to third. Count now 2-0 to Van Beers. High and up outside. 3-0 count. inside 4-pitch walk to Blake Van Beers. It's first and second, 2 outs. Now it's the catcher,
Now batting
Hayden Stork.
Hayden Stork.
Stork's 0 for 1 with the walk so far. That's a chance for some RBIs here. Runner on second. Ball number 1 upstairs. Levy. Franklin trying to keep the score where it is, down 6-2 in the top of the 4th. Stork fouls it off. Out of play on the right side. One and one. Runner takes off from second. Sure, grabs his first stolen base of the season. 2-1. The count to the catcher Stork. Levy trying to even the count back up. And Stork hits a high fly ball into left field. Bolton going back at the wall and runs out of room as that is out of here for a home run for Hayden Stork. His first of the season. And a big 3-run blast makes it a 9-2 ball game. Levy looked like he was on track for another 0 spot at the start of this inning. Got 2 outs, had a runner on second, and then a 2-out walk. Brought up Stork, and Stork got all of that one into left field. Now it's a 7-run lead for Millikin in the top of the 4th. A high fly ball right side. Wallace giving chase, but that one well out of play. Strike number 1. Cavanine grounds one over to the shortstop goalie. He'll make the play for out number 3. Franklin gets out of the top of the 4th, but not before the Hayden Stork 3-run blast puts them on top at 9-2 here on Grizz TV. Bottom of the fourth, and another new pitcher for Millikin, Dan Hines, this time the sophomore, making his 4th appearance. He's got 7 innings pitched so far in the season. Has given up 5 earned runs in that time. Given up 7 walks to 3 strikeouts. 7 hits given up on the season so far. Franklin down by 7, and that one will be a fair ball for Bolton as that's down the left field line. Bolton rounds first, heading for second. And an easy stand-up double to start off the bottom of the 4th for Franklin and Riddick Bolton. Franklin's going to need a big inning to try and get back into this ball game. Just the 2 runs in the first. Back-to-back zeros put up by Millikin. Just the 3rd hit of the ball game for Franklin there with the Riddick Bolton double. That brings up Alex Billman. Heiss starts him off with strike number 1. The 0-1 to the catcher, Billman. Outside corner, strike number 2. Pickoff attempt to Bolton, back standing. So 0-2 to Billman. Heiss trying to get out number 1, following a leadoff double. Billman shoots one to the shortstop, McGill, and fires a second for out number 2. 1 pitch, 2 outs for Dan Heiss. That is not the break Franklin needed there. Down by 7 runs in the bottom of the 4th. A leadoff double erased from the double play by the shortstop, Liam McGill. Calling goalie in the box now. Reached via hit by pitch his first time at the plate. That one finds strike number 1. Count even at 1-1. Fastball outside for a ball. And this time inside on the knees for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs for Dan Heiss. Trying to put up another 0 for Millikin. They get the ground ball chopped over to the shortstop, McGill. He fields it, fires over to first, and he gets the out for the 3rd out of the bottom of the 4th. It's a 9-2 Millikin lead heading into the top of the 5th. New pitcher for Franklin as Michael Carter enters the game. This is 9-2 ball game
13. Elliott.
in the top of the fifth. Michael Carter making his third appearance of the season. He's given up just 3 earned runs, 9 runs given up though, 8 hits and 3 innings so far for him. He starts off the inning with strike number 1. Leading off is a second baseman, Elliott Fulcher. Back-to-back strikes.
It's annoying. About half of those are. I accidentally shut the first half of my time here and just raw. Not JPEG.
Whatever.
Yeah. There's nothing exceptional out of that.
That's okay. I'll live. I don't need exceptional, just professional.
Yeah. That's why we worked.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You going to volleyball tonight?
To set up the live stream on the iPad and then
Now after first 2 strikes from Michael Carter, it's now 2-2 to Fulcher. The 2-2 from Carter. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3.
yeah, that's
First strikeout for Michael Carter. His 5th of the season. And it's big out number 1 there on Fulcher, as now the top of the order flips back over for Liam McGill. The 1-0 pitch turned on through the left side gap. And it's a 1-out single for McGill, his second hit of the ball game.
Now batting in center field, number 21, Tyler Gade.
Now Tyler Gade, also 1 for 2 so far today into the box. McGill still the ever base stealing threat. Swiped for 1 in the first. And Carter, aware of that, checks on him on the first pitch. And then Gade rips a rocket into right field. It drops in front of the right fielder cross. He gets it in quickly to hold the runner. McGill at second. Back-to-back singles have it first and second for the 3 spot. Sam Busher.
Now batting in right field, number 9, Sam Fisher.
McGill takes off for third. Billman can't pick it out of the dirt, so another stolen base for McGill. Is 8th now on the season. The first and second spot of this Millikin lineup. It's real speed threat combined. Now 16 stolen bases for the 2. And first 2 pitches to Busher, 2 balls and no strikes. Busher goes chasing outside for a slider and fouls it off for strike number 1. The 2-1. Hit through the right side gap past the diving second baseman Gervin. Cross comes up firing over towards the Redmond at third. Off to the left And easily in the third is Tyler Gaden. Another single, scores another run. It's 10-2 in the top of the fifth.
Not bad. First base number 45, Andy Nieberge.
Now Andy Nieberge into the box. Start off with ball number 1 from Michael Carter. And a ground ball left side. Redmond fields it, throws over to second for out 1. And they'll say that Gervan was off the bag over there at second. And so he's safe at second, but they get the out at first. For out number 2, the run will score, make it 11-2 in this ball game.
Not bad. Left field number 7, Danny Black.
It's 5-4-3 here.
So 2 outs, runners on second. 2 runs already across in this top inning, top half of the 5th inning. Now, Van Beers,
That is a wild pitch.
or it's Denny Lack now in the box. Lack 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts so far. Carter gets him a foul off. Second pitch for strike 1. It's a 1-1. Swing and a miss there for strike number 2. And then Carter trying to get it out of this inning now. Has 2 strikes on Danny Lack. 2 outs, runner on third. Outside corner, called a ball. Two and two, the left fielder skips in the dirt. Billman able to keep it in front of him to hold the runner at third. So full count now to Denny Lack. Carter trying to get out of the inning and gets him frozen on strike 3 looking. Millikin scores 2 more though in the top of the 5th, making it 11-2 heading into the bottom of the 5th for Franklin. Dan Heiss returns for his second inning of work for Millikin. And it's the leadoff spot, Josh Gervin into the box for Franklin. 11-2 ball game in favor of the Big Blue. Still plenty of innings, though, for Franklin to try to mount a comeback. As there's a grounder over to third by Gervin. And on the backhand, Cabanon makes out number 1 in the top of the or bottom of the fifth.
Third baseman number 9, Dylan Redmond.
So Dylan Redmond comes to the box now. And Heiss gets him started off with strike number 1. Heiss, the only pitcher to go more than an inning so far for Millikin. Redmond turns on one into shallow left field, coming in on it and making the grab for out number 2.
Now batting center fielder number 17, Garrett Ehart.
Garrett DeHart now with 2 outs, trying to start a rally for Franklin. Another first pitch strike there from Heiss. No balls, 1 strike to the center fielder DeHart. Takes upstairs, ball number 1. One and one, Will outside. Another ball. DeHart is a chopper down the third baseline. It hits the bag and goes over the head of the third baseman. And DeHart slides in easy for a 2-out double.
Now batting first baseman number 34, Andrew Wallace.
Now Andrew Wallace back up. Runner on second for him. Another chance for an RBI. Picked up one earlier in the first inning.
The save is 3 runs, right? The save is 3 runs, or if they pitch 3 straight innings to close the game. Okay.
Heiss gets him with strike number 1. Andrew Wallace leads this Franklin team with 4 homers.
Back until he gets the loss.
1-1 to the cleanup hitter, Andrew Wallace. Heiss trying to get through his second inning of work here. Gets strike number 2 on the outside half. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs with a runner on second. Heiss delivers outside, ball number 2. A 2-2 pitch now from Heiss. Outside, and now it's a full count for Andrew Wallace. Full count pitch to Wallace. Foul straight back. We'll do it again. So the payoff pitch again from Heiss to Andrew Wallace. Outside, ball 4. A second walk of the ball game for Andrew Wallace. Puts runners on first and second with 2 outs for Luke Willman.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 29, Luke Willman.
He is. I mean, it could be
Hart takes off for third. The throw down from the catcher. Stork not in time, and a stolen bag for Garrett to Hart. To Hart grabs his 8th bag of the season on his 8th attempt. Wilman started off with strike number 1 from Heiss. That one called a foul ball off the tip of the bat, or the knob of the bat from Luke Wilman, rather. That's the second time it's happened today. Happened to Millikin earlier. Thought it was a hit by pitch, but instead they called a foul ball. No balls, 2 strike. Heiss trying to work out with another 0 on the scoreboard for Millikin. That pitch just missed up high on Wilman. One ball, 2 strike. That one upstairs again to the designated hitter, Franklin. Wallace at first, to Hart at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 11-2 lead for Millikin. 2-2 to Wilman. They check if he went. He said he did not, and it's full count now.
Art, sure thing.
3-2 to Luke Wilman, and he swings and misses for strike number 3. Heiss throws up his second 0 in his second inning of work, and it's 11-2 heading into the top of the 6th here on Grizz TV. So new pitcher here for Franklin in the top of the 6th. It's Luke Harmon, the sophomore out of Columbus, making his 4th appearance. He's got 8 1/3 innings pitch, giving up 11 earned runs on 12 hits. So looking to stop the bleeding for Franklin. It's been a high-scoring game for Millikin, 11-2. Leading off the inning for Millikin is Blake Van Beers. And he's behind 0-2. 1-2 strike for Luke Harmon. And gets a swing and a miss for strike number 3. Hayden Stork now into the box for his 3rd at bat. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and 3 RBIs. He's come around and scored twice. And Harmon gets him started off with a first pitch strike. Second pitch outside for a ball. A high fly ball, deep right field, Cross going back on it. Stork gets his 2nd of the ball game. He went left field first time. The second time he goes oppo. As it's a 2-home-run game for Hayden Stork, his first 2 of the season. Makes it a 12-2 ball game. This time just a solo shot. Picks up his 4th RBI of the day.
Yeah.
Julian Cabinine into the box. Takes ball number 1 from Harmon. And outside for strike number 1. That one shot into right field. Cross going towards right on the dive. Can't get to it. Extra bases here for Cabinine. And he stops at second for a 1-out double. Elliot Fulcher will come up now. He's 1 for 2 on the ball game with a strikeout and a RBI. First pitch strike there for Harmon on the second baseman, Fulcher. The 0-1 pitch from Harmon. Outside, ball 1. Just 1 out so far here in the top of the 6th. It's a 12-2 Millikin lead. 1-1 from Harmon. Swung on and missed by Fulcher. And 1-2 golf swung, and it finds its way through this right side of the infield for a RBI single for Elliot Fulcher. 13-2 now. 11 hits. 3 Franklin errors have helped to contribute to this 13-run, 6-inning performance so far for Millikin. And no signs of it stopping anytime soon. The big blue lineup makes its way from Illinois over to Franklin and gets hot. Following just a couple low-scoring games over the weekend, they scored just 10 runs in 3 games. They've already put up 13 today. The 1-0 from Harmon upstairs for ball number 2. Another pitch misses high for Harmon. And it's 3 balls, no strikes to the top of the order. McGill parks himself another walk, his second of the ball game.
Now batting is
Brings
number
up Tyler
11,
Gade.
Tyler Gade.
First pitch strike to start off Tyler Gade. Gade's 2 for 3 with a walk, 2 runs scored. Stolen a base, he's been caught stealing as well, and picked up an RBI today. And back-to-back strikes from Luke Harmon. Makes it an 0-2 count. Still 1 gone in the top of the 6th. Outside, ball 1. And a 1-2 pitch hitting the shallow left field and drops in for another hit. Bolton gets it in, but not before the runner comes around third and scores for Millikin. A 3rd run here in the 6th. A 12-run lead now. And Sam Busher into the box.
And the right fielder behind Sam Busher.
First pitch strike again this time to Busher. The 0-1 from Harmon. Below the knees for ball number 1. One fouled off on the right side. Busher trying to avoid getting out for the first time today. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of walks as well. That one outside, try to get him to chase. It's ball number 2. A swing and a miss. They call that a foul ball, actually. At the box, it looked like it was a swing and a miss. We'll stay 2-2 on the count. Busher trying to drive in some more runs, extend this lead even more for Millikin. High and in. And it's ball 3, full count now. Well, so checking here to see if it was a foul ball that hit the knob of the bat. It looked like it might have. And it was caught by the catcher, Billman, but nothing changed there. Stays 3-2. And it's fouled off outside the right. And it'll be full count still. Three and two from Harmon. Inside, ball 4. Loads up the bases for
Now batting the first baseman on 25, Andy Nieberge.
Andy Nieberge in for the bases loaded situation. Franklin gonna meet at the mound. Originally just the players, but Coach Marshall gonna come out there, talk with them, trying to figure out how to get out of this bases loaded jam with just one out. And we'll step aside for a brief second. So mound meeting over for Franklin. Nieberge in the box with bases loaded and one out. It's a 14-2 lead for Millikin. First pitch strikes from Harmon. And a swing and a miss. Gets strike number 2. The 0-2 to Nieberge. Check swing, did not go. Count moves to 1-2. Nieberge still looking for his first hit of the ball game. Into the dirt for ball number 2. Looking for his first hit because he sacrificed fly for 2 RBIs earlier in the game. That one well upstairs. And count is full after the 0-2 start from Harmon. In danger of walking home another run. That one kicks off the glove of Redmond. Goalie there recovers it and makes the throw over to second to Gervain and gets out number 2. The run will score though, and it's 15-2.
Now batting number 8, Cameron Ross.
I'm definitely gonna get it something about that entry.
So 2 outs now
5, 6, 3.
for the left fielder. Cameron Ross came in on defense a couple innings ago. Now gets his first at bat after Denny Lack was pulled from the ball game. Harmon starts off with a ball and falls up with strike number 1. One misses inside for Harmon. 2 balls, 1 strike. Shot foul off the bat of Ross for strike number 2. The 2-2 from Harmon gets it to foul down the left third base side and stays 2-2. Harmon trying to finish off this inning. Already 4 runs across on him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. High fly ball. Right side, Wallace trying to give chase. Can't get there. It stays at evens. First and third for Millikin. Still 2-2 for Luke Harmon. Comes set and delivers. Swing and a miss, but a foul ball ruled there on Ross. So it stays alive. Harmon trying to finish off this inning. The 2-2 hit high in the air to center field to Hart. Underneath it, makes the grab for out number 3. Millikin tacks on 4 more. It's 15-2. Bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, and the pitcher for Millikin is Will Simpson, the sophomore, making his 5th appearance of the season. He's got 3 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Has 3 strikeouts to no walks on the season. Has a big 15-2 to lead to work with Daniel Cross in the box for Franklin. Cross 0 for 1 with a walk. The 1-0 from Simpson upstairs.
2-0 now.
2-0 now. Simpson comes back from 2-0, fires in strike number 1. Three 1 to Cross. Finds the top of the zone. Makes it a full count. Three 2. And runs inside and grabs Cross on the elbow, and he hit by pitch, puts Cross on first. Riddick Bolton into the box now, 1 for 1 with a double and a hit by pitch. First pitch to Bolton. Upstairs for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Now 2 balls, no strikes to Bolton. Three balls, no strikes here to Bolton. Upstairs, 4-pitch walk for Riddick Bolton. His third time reaching base, his second on the free pass. And a quick meeting at the mound. And that'll do it for Will Simpson. 2 free passes. Ends his outing early. So we'll be having a pitching change here in the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back. New pitcher is Nolan Ryman for the Big Blue, a freshman out of Morton, Illinois, making his 3rd appearance. He's had 4 2/3 innings of work, giving up just 1 earned run with 3 strikeouts to 1 walk. Here it's 2 base runners, and it's a pitch hitter for Franklin, Nick Deering, into the box. Nick Deering, a freshman from New Pal, Indiana, making his first at-bats of the season. And he takes first pitch ball and then followed up with strike number 1. That Deering fouls off the 1-2. Nobody outs. Runs on first and second for Nick Deering. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ryman misses outside for ball number 2. The 2-2 from Ryman. Swung on, hit high in the air into right field in the foul territory. Nobody can get there for Millikin, so we'll do the 2-2 again. Two again. Outside corner, strike number 3, looking for Nolan Ryman gets out number 1.
Now batting shortstop number 1, Colin Goalie.
Now calling goalie into the box. Goalie 0 for 1 so far today. Reached on a hit by a pitch. He grounded out and was caught stealing in this game. Trying to flip the lineup over for Franklin with Gervin on the on-deck spot. After the first pitch strike, Ryman misses outside for ball number 1. One pitch misses low of the zone. Two balls, 1 strike. Hitting to right field. Coming in on it and making the grab is Busher. And it tries to throw out the tagging Bolton. That's Cross that made the tag from second. And he advances safely, but that's out number 2 there for Millikin in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order for Franklin, Josh Gervin into the box. Mars in the corner for Franklin. Gervin takes first pitch ball. And then Ryman fires in strike number 2, or strike number 1, sorry. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Runners in the corners for Franklin. Pick off over there. Check on Bolton. Gervin shoots one, fouled on the right field line. Now it's 1-2. Ryman trying to get out of this bottom of the 6th. He came in and inherited the 2 base runners, Cross and Bolton. Pickoff attempt. And they'll call a balk there on Ryman, so free run for Daniel Cross as he comes in and scores. Bolton will advance to second. Makes it 15-3. Still 1-2 to the hitter Gervin. Outside on the off speed. Puts the count back at even. 2-2. Two from Ryman. Swung on and hit in the right field. That gets down for a hit for Gervin. Rounding third is Bolton, and he will score for the second run of the inning for Franklin. 15-4 now. Good piece of hitting there from Josh Gervin. Got into the full count and took the pitch into right field. Drove in a run. His 4th RBI of the season, his 6th hit. Now Dylan Redmond into the box, trying to keep the inning going, maybe spark some sort of crooked number for Franklin. starts him off with ball 1. Ryman fires in strike number 1 on the inside corner now. The 1-1 to the third baseman Redmond. He shoots one up the middle and it drops in for another hit. Gervin will be stopped at third. And it's runners on the corners for Garrett DeHart. Garrett DeHart has a pair of doubles in this game so far. Came around and scored a run and stole a base. DeHart trying to keep the inning going. 2 runs already across. Gonna need a lot more than that to put a dent into this Millikin lead. Ryman starts him off with strike 1 on the outside corner. Now 1-1 to the center fielder, DeHart, the junior outfielder from Georgia. And has a trio of homers on the season. 3 doubles now after the 2 he's hit so far today. And he swings and misses upstairs and chasing at strike number 2. So 1-2 now on the hitter DeHart. Ryman delivers. It's hit high in the air into right field. Busher camps underneath it, makes the grab for out number 3. Franklin gets 2 back, but still down 15-4, heading into the top of the 7th here on Grizz TV. Bolton's catching.
Now batting number 10, Ben Combs.
So Aiden Ray, the new pitcher for Franklin, making his first appearance this season. 17 career innings pitched for Franklin. Had a 6.8 ERA for the Grizzlies. Riddick Bolton moves to catcher as Nick Deering goes out into left field. And we have a pinch hitter for Millikin as It is Bennett Combs in the box for him, the senior out of Spokane, Washington. And he hits a grounder over the third baseman. Redmond fields it, shuffles, fires to Wallace for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. Now Hayden Stork, the catcher, comes up, and he has had himself a day. He is 2 for 3 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. He's gone to left field. He's gone to right field. And Ray looking for a way to get this guy, keep him in the ballpark at least. Quickly, Ray jumps ahead, 0-2. The 0-2 from Ray. In the dirt, call the ball 1. Another pitch in the dirt from Aiden Ray, and it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hit a grounder over to the shortstop goalie. Sliding grab and a sweet play there. Deep in the middle infield hole. Colin goalie makes the out number 2.
Now batting at third base, number 2,
Julian Cavanine into the box now. 1 for 3, 2 runs scored and a walk. It's a grounder right back to the pitcher, Ray, who fields it cleanly, flips over to first, and gets out number 3. Good inning there for Aiden Ray. And the top of the 7th brings us to the bottom half. Time for the 7th inning stretch. It's a Millikin 15, Franklin 4 ball game here on Grizz TV. Bottom of the 7th now, and Andrew Wallace will lead it off for Franklin. like Malander is the pitcher for Millikin, the senior out of Plainfield, Illinois. Getting in the 7th inning of work. Starts off with a first pitch strike, then follows up with a ball outside. Wallace swings and misses at strike number 2.
Kaden, how hard?
Huh?
How hard?
Don't know. Find out.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside. Ball number 2. Upstairs, full count now. A swing and a miss gets strike number 3 on Andrew Wallace for out number 1 in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting the disc
Brings up the DH Luke Willman. He's 0 for 2 so far today. The strikeout and the sacrifice fly. Scored one of the Franklin's runs so far. Malander misses inside, ball 1. Misses well outside, ball 2. Recalibrates and finds the middle of the zone for strike number 1. Two and 1 from Malander. Outside corner, called a ball. Three balls, 1 strike to the DH Luke Willman. Malander fires at another one on the inside half for ball number or strike number 2. A full count now to the DH Willman. Swung on, hit high in the air, right side. And that one runs out of play for Nieberge. And we'll do the full count pitch again. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4.
Now batting the right field, number 16, Danny Cross.
Daniel Cross back up for Franklin. Walked and scored last inning. And Malander starts him off with ball 1. Strike 1 found at the knees of Daniel Cross. One and 1 now from Malander. Skips in the dirt past the catcher Stork and a free 90 feet for Luke Willman. Two and 1 to the right fielder Cross. Now 3 and 1. Outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Malander. That's first and second for Riddick Bolton. Bolton doubled earlier down the left field line. Bolton, the two-sport athlete here at Franklin, part of the football team as well. Mallender starts him off with a first pitch strike. Mallender delivers away in the dirt. Bolton, or Willman, second, advances to third. So runners on the corners with one out. The 1-1 upstairs. And then cross swipe second on the throw. So 2-1 count to the batter, Riddick Bolton. And Mallender answers back with a strike at the top of the zone. 2-2 to the now catching Riddick Bolton. In the dirt, kept in front by Stork. Full count pitch fouled off by Riddick Bolton. We'll do it again. Three, 2. Bolton chops one down the third base side, but foul. The 3-2 again from Mallender. Drills Bolton on the helmet. That's why we wear them. So bases loaded with one out. Nick Deering up again for Franklin, his second at bat. Nick Deering struck out his first time up. His chances with the bases loaded to drive in a couple runs here. Chip into the lead of Millikin. Mallender gets him started off with the first pitch strike. The off speed catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2 on the left fielder Nick Deering. Upstairs on the fastball. Deering lays off of it. One ball, two strikes. High fly ball, right side. And nobody able to get to it. It's out of play. Stays 1-2. One and two again from Mallender. Swung on right side. Nieberge lays out for it. Couldn't make the grab. Still 1-2 to Deering. Another foul ball, staying alive, battling. Is the freshman Nick Deering. Another foul ball. A swing and a miss. Gets him to finally strike out is Mallender.
Now batting shortstop number 1, Colin Goldie.
Now Colin Goalie will step in the box, 2 outs, and the base is loaded. Mallender starts off with an off-speed for strike number 1. Back-to-back off-speeds. Puts Goalie in the hole. 0-2. Skips past the catcher, Stork, and Willman comes in to score on the pass ball. 15-5 now. Franklin gets another one back. Second and third for the runners. Colin Goalie, 1 ball to 2 strikes and 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And Goalie, it's a one-hopper to the shortstop, McGill. He backhands and fires the first for out number 3. Franklin gets 1 more. And I believe we'll do it. We're going to play just 7 today as the run rule is in effect. Millikin takes the 1 games in the midweek against Franklin here, 15-5. A 12-hit performance from the Big Blue. Gets past Franklin, makes it 5 runs on 6 hits. Franklin committed 3 errors and gave up 10 walks to Millikin, just giving up 7. So Franklin has plenty more opportunities here at home for some wins. They have 6 games coming up on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday before they start the conference series season a week from next Saturday. Thank you all for watching here on Grizz TV. I was your host, Ryan Gage, and have a great rest of your night.